Hi, this is Swati, and in this video, I will discuss some important board questions on a very important topic, trigonometric identities. So during the video, I'll also share some, tips and tricks on how to do these identity questions. Firstly, we have three identities, and if you observe that all the three identities contain square in it. So whenever you have square, whenever you have exponent, you will definitely come across these identities. So here in this question, I see that there is no square at all. So without any square, it's very difficult to use any identity. But since I see that everything is in tan and secant, I can use that tan and secant identity. What is the identity? We know that 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. So from this, I can write 1 as secant square minus tan square. So what I'll do is I'll change one secant theta plus tan theta minus 1 can be written as secant square theta plus tan square theta minus tan square theta, sorry. So plus tan square, when I transpose, it becomes minus tan square theta whole by the denominator. I will not change, I will write as it is. So since there was no square, I have converted one in this form. Now, why did I do this? Here we'll see secant theta plus tan theta minus, now this, the bracket is in the form of a square minus b square, which is a plus b into a minus b whole by the denominator, tan theta minus secant theta plus 1. Now, why did I write this is, now if we observe here and the second term, what is common? Secant theta plus tan theta is common in both the terms. So that can be taken out common. So if I take out common secant theta plus tan theta, I'm left out with here. Once I take a common 1 minus, now this part is already taken out common. We have left with this part. And you have a negative sign outside. So while opening the bracket, you need to also observe the sign, remember the sign. So minus secant theta minus into plus, minus into minus will give you plus tan theta whole by denominator. I'm going to write as it is. So now the bracket part, if I see the numerators bracket part and the denominator, plus 1 minus secant theta plus tan theta plus tan theta, they are all same, so I can get rid of them. So now secant theta plus tan theta is left over. You always have to keep an eye on the right hand side. My right hand side consists of only cos and sine. So I'm going to convert secant and tan into cos and sine. So secant is 1 by cos theta plus tan is sine theta by cos theta. So if I take LCM, I get 1 plus sine theta by cos theta. This is my LHS. But it is not matching with my RHS. So not necessary that every time LHS will be equal to RHS. When it is not, you can now consider the RHS part and get the LHS part. By which I mean, now let me take the RHS part. RHS is equal to cos theta by 1 minus sine theta. Now here, if I rationalize, my rationalizing factor is 1 plus sine theta. Let me multiply to both numerator and denominator. So I get cos theta into 1 plus sine theta by a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. Now, cos theta into 1 plus sine theta. Now, here we have the squares. I can use the identity. We know cos square plus sine square is 1. So, we know that cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1. So, here we have 1 minus sine square theta is basically cos square theta. So, cos square theta. I can cancel 1 cos theta and 1 cos theta. So I get 1 plus sine theta by cos theta. This is my RHS. So if I compare RHS and LHS, they are both equal. Therefore, LHS is same as RHS. I hope this is clear. So you always need to keep an eye on the right hand side. Now the next question here is the root. Now, whenever you have root, the very important and most commonly used is rationalization, always. So now rationalizing factor here is 1 minus sine theta. Rationalizing factor will be 1 plus sine theta. So that needs to be multiplied to both numerator and denominator. Same, we will do it for the second as well. 1 plus sine theta rationalizing factor is 1 minus sine theta. All right. Now, if I, open up the bracket, I have 1 plus sine theta multiplied twice. So I can write 1 plus sine theta whole square. So what I'll do is I will separate the roots. The root is also there for numerator as well as denominator. Now, a plus b into a minus b. The denominator will always be a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. Plus, same. 1 minus sine theta is repeating 2 times. So, 1 minus sine theta whole square divided by a square minus b square. All right. Now, the square and the roots can be cancelled on both the terms. So, I get 1 plus sine theta by 1 minus sine square theta. We have seen it is cos square theta using the first identity. So, root over cos square theta plus 1 minus sine theta root over cos square theta. Same. Now, square and root gets cancelled in the denominator as well. So, my denominator is cos theta and numerator 1 plus sine theta plus 1 minus sine theta. Now, plus sine minus sine can be cancelled. 1 plus 1 is 2 by cos theta. Now, if I see my RHS, I want 2 secant theta. So, I know that 1 by cos theta is secant theta. So, I can just write this as 2 secant theta. So, we have obtained the RHS. Now, coming to the third one, very important. So, numerator, I can take sine a common. So, what do I get? I'm left out here with 1 minus 2 sine square a by denominator. I can take cos a common. So, what am I left out here? 2 cos square a minus 1. Now, if you observe, I have sine a by cos a, which is tan a, the RHS part. So basically, my main idea is to get rid of the bracket part, right? So now, how can I get rid of the bracket part if it is same on both numerator and denominator? It will be same if I convert 1 to sine or cos, right? Both should be of the same trigonometric ratio. So what I'll do is I can convert the numerator. So I write sine a into 1 minus. Now sine square a. You have the identity. You know that sine square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. So from this, sine square a is 1 minus cos square a. So 1 minus cos square a divided by cos a into 2 cos square a minus 1. So denominator I'm not changing. My main aim is to convert sine to cos so that I can get rid of the bracket part. Now, I can write sine by cos as tan a into 1 minus opening the bracket. 2 into 1 is 2. Minus into minus is plus. 2 into cos square a. And denominator is 2 cos square a minus 1. So now further tan a into 2 cos square a. Now 1 minus 2 is minus 1 by 2 cos square a minus 1. So here I see this and this can be cancelled. So I'm left out with tan a, which is nothing but the RHS. So it was very easy. In the starting, if I see that I have sine by cos already, so that is my answer. I need to get rid of the bracket part somehow. So I have just converted one sine to cos. You can also convert cos to sine. So basically you need to get the bracket part same and get rid of them. Now coming to the next question. All right, next one. Cosecant A minus sin A into secant A minus cos A is 1 by tan A plus cot A. Okay. So I know that cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So I can write 1 by sin A minus sin A into secant is the reciprocal of cos, 1 by cos A minus cos A. So whenever you come across brackets, you will always take, whenever you come across fractions, you will always take LCM. So if I take LCM over here, sin A is my LCM. So I get 1 minus sin A into sin A is sin square A. Here cos A is my LCM. 1 minus cos A into cos A is cos square A. Again, we can apply the identity. 1 minus sin square A is cos square A by sin A, by sin A into 1 minus cos square A is sin square A by cos A. Right? Since we have brackets, we can get rid. We can cancel the same term. So sin A and 1 sin A can be cancelled. Cos A and 1 cos A can be cancelled. Now we have cos A into sin A. This is my LHS. Right? Now let me take the RHS part. What is my RHS part? Since I have my LHS in terms of sine and cos, RHS also I'll convert in terms of sine and cos and see what I get. Okay, so 1 by tan is basically sine A by cos A plus cot A is cos A by sine A. Again, we have fraction in denominator. We need to take LCM. So LCM is cos A sine A. Now, cos A is there. To get sin A, we will multiply sine to both numerator and denominator. We get sin square A plus sin A is already there, but the LCM is sin A cos A, multiply cos to both numerator and denominator. We get cos square A. So here we get 1 by cos A sin A. I have this identity equal to 1. So now denominator, when I take it to the numerator, it becomes reciprocal. So 1 into cos A sin A by 1, which is cos A sin A. So this is my RHS. Therefore, LHS is same as RHS. I hope this is clear. So you always need to keep an eye on RHS and see what you have there. And then accordingly we proceed. So towards the end of this video, I'll also share some insights on what important 3 to 4 points you need to remember while we do identity questions. Now coming to the last question. Okay. Last question. Yes. Cos theta plus sin theta is root 2 cos theta, and we need to find cos theta minus sin theta. So my given question, I'm going to square it on both the sides, and I get a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab is equal to root 2 whole square is 2 and cos square theta. All right. Now what I'll do is I'll get the cos square theta to the other side. And what do I get is cos square theta minus 2 cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 2 cos theta sin theta is equal to 0. Okay. So next, here, sin square theta, 1 cos square theta minus 2 cos square theta is minus cos square theta is equal to plus 2 cos theta sin theta. When I transpose, it becomes minus. Right? Now, here I want to get rid of this negative sign, right? So I can reverse this. I can write this as cos square theta minus sine square theta. So this becomes 2 cos theta sine theta. So basically this, to get rid of this negative sign, I multiplied negative to both the sides and then we get this. Now here I can apply a square minus b square, which is a plus b into a minus b is equal to 2 cos theta sine theta. All right. And again, I need to find cos theta minus sine theta. Cos theta minus sine theta is equal to 2 cos theta sine theta divided by this one. I will transpose it to the other side. But we know the value given. Cos theta plus sine theta is root 2 cos theta. So I can write root 2 cos theta. Cos theta cut. Now, 2 is basically root 2 into root 2. So 1 root 2 cut. So I get root 2 sine theta. This is the value of cos theta minus sine theta. I hope this is clear. Now, these are the 5 very important questions on identities which have come from last board papers, which have come multiple times. So when we do identity questions, you need to keep in mind that when you have square, you will definitely come across the identity. First point. Now, second point is you always need to keep an eye on the right-hand side and see what T ratios it has. If it has sine and cos, accordingly, you should convert the left-hand side to sine and cos. Third, the lesser the trigonometric ratio, the easier the question is. So if you have limited trigonometric ratios, let's say 2 ratios, the question will become easier. So mostly, majorly, we convert all the questions to sine and cos, and we definitely end up having the RHS because it's easier. If not sine and cos, you know the identities, how are they related? Sine and cos identity is there, tan and secant identity is there, and cot and cosecant. So accordingly, using these combinations, you will have to use the trigonometric ratios. Majorly, if you have sine and cos together, definitely you will crack the answer. So yeah, this was about the most important questions. I hope you have understood all of it. Thank you. See you in the next video.